Oh my God, y'all, I'm so hungover. You may have noticed I did not post yesterday as I said I would. For our weekly oracle forecast. I went out with my cohorts from work and we had some drinks. We had a good time, but I just got in really late and I was tired and I just thought, I'll just do our oracle forecast tonight. I was pretty just spent by then anyway. I had nothing, no more to give. I'm basically still there now. I'm so empty. I'm out of body, really. I had the funniest night at work. I was so hungover. They had sent out a group text that somebody could take a cut and everybody just tried to get on it as fast as they could. We were like, please, no, me. And then as it turned out, one of the other people that weren't, I don't know, somebody else had claimed it sooner, so it was just a big tease. So then I'm at work and I'm at death's door outside of myself looking in, and we're doing our mise en place, which is when we're doing setting up our tables and polishing and dialing everything in. And my coworker, she goes, LT, please tell, I was wearing a jacket. I was wearing this and a jacket over this. And she was like, please tell me you're wearing a blue and green flannel. And I whipped around and I was like, of course I am. And she was wearing a matching one. And she was like, for some reason, she was just like, me and LT have to be wearing matching shirts tonight. She sent me a telepathic message through the ethers to wear this shirt, and I got it because when I was getting ready for work, I was just thinking about what I was gonna wear, and I was like, for some reason I was like, I need to wear a blue and hunter green plaid flannel shirt today. But the other one that I wanted to wear was dirty, so I wore this one, and it totally matched hers. We were cracking up. It was so funny. One more work story before we get into our energy forecast for the week. You're gonna love this one. So I have been on this streak all weekend, every night. I have just done awkward things over and over again. I've said things awkwardly. I have had stutters. Everything I've done everything that's embarrassing and awkward, and I embarrass myself a lot, so it's not that big of a deal. But I walked over to a table to greet them the other night, and I started kind of into my spiel, and I realized that I had just come from taking some plates and stuff back to the dish area, and I looked down and I was like, oh, a mashed potato on my boob. And then I was like, oh no, I just said boob to you guys. And it's it all kind of went over their head, and so they didn't quite get it. And then I was like, oh no, I just pointed it out and they didn't even notice. But I've got a big dollop of mashed potatoes stuck to my boob, and I don't have anything to wipe it off with or anything. I'm just standing there. And then they start asking me questions, and they start to asking me to tell them all about the menu. And so I'm just stuck with mashed potato tit. Having to do the full menu feature thing, and then I'm just trying to hide behind my server book, but nothing I'm doing is helping. And now I'm out of body, observing myself giving this speech while I have potatoes on my and then I start to wonder oh no, I'm on autopilot. I need to get back in there, get back in the game. You're not even natural anymore. You're just drifting off somewhere. Distracted. Oh my God. But you know what? I've survived and I'm thriving. So it's great. Oh my God. Okay, let's get into the reading, shall we? We are here with our wonderful, one of my favorite decks on earth. It's the Oracle of Oddities. This is editions 1, 2, and 3, just all mixed together. It's by Claire Goodchild. Her company's called Black in the Moon. You should follow her on Instagram, but I don't know if this deck is actually in print anymore. She does limited printings on her decks, but we're going to take a look ahead at this week to see what the energy is going to offer us. I'm interested to see, because tomorrow we have, like, today was our first day of spring, very exciting, and tomorrow is a new moon in Aries season. I'm an Aries baby, so I feel like I'm primed for the pickings. But yeah, so the energy is going to start feeling a lot more bubbly and sprightly and excited about starting new things. If you've had sudden, I don't know, renewal of enthusiasm or new opportunities, or like a change of mindset that's like got you set on a different path. It's like, this is that big moment that we've all been talking about and waiting for, you know, the end of the 2022 cycle. We're on the end of it, baby. And tomorrow, probably when you're watching this, on, Tuesday, is our first day in the new cycle of 2023, the first official day. So it's very, very exciting. It's sort of like the elemental new year, if you will. So yeah, I'm feeling very enthusiastic about that. So our energy forecast will tell us kind of like what the energetic conditions will be, what's the energetic weather. And then usually on Mondays we do our anchor message, which goes like into more detail about our lessons for the week, but I was very hungover this morning and did not do that post today. So we're just doing Sunday's segment. Okay, creativity is going to be activated. Also, the Sacral Chakra is associated with the moon. So that Aries new moon is going to be really affecting us through this week, which is great. And it's going to be affecting the rest of the month. So it's not like, you know, a new moon is different from a full moon in that it's the seed level of the month. It's the seed of the consciousness of the month. And so each new moon is ruled by an astrological sign, and so the sort of strengths of that sign are prominent through the month, and you can become stronger in those traits, but it's after overcoming like the shadow side of those traits as well. So we will be really affected by Aries energy this month. This is going to be like very go-getter energy, very enthusiastic, very high energy levels. You may be very horny. Aries love, like, you know, a lot of sex. Mars is the ruling planet, so it's that drive, willpower, determination, the strong, you know, soldier that can take that decisive swing, you know, and make one clean cut kind of thing. The challenges, and Aries is also the baby of the zodiac, so we have that sort of childlike innocence about us, that optimism, sort of that childlike naivete sometimes, but which also makes us a little bit childish at times. And, you know, we can have a tendency to be temperamental or impulsive, and so one of the challenges throughout an Aries life is to know how to use your impulsiveness for good and how to train yourself not to be impulsive in foolish ways. So use it in wisdom, and also to heal issues around having a temper. And anger issues, and being maybe overly aggressive. So the moon will be affecting us. This week also will be good if you're wondering about fertility. I just was getting that this might be a good week for fertility if somebody's wondering about that. Excuse me. But yeah, so pay attention to your dreams. The sacral chakra is also associated with the astral realm, and so your nightly dreams may be very intensified this week. Your imaginativeness, the way that you can imagine things in your mind and be creative, is going to be on fire and alight. So use that creative energy. Aries is like that creative divine spark, that catalyst, right? That big bang moment. It's the beginning of the year. It's the birth of the year, right? So that spark of creative energy, use it, ground it into yourself, into your energy bank, and just really connect with your why and your purpose and what really drives you and makes you feel passionate about what you're doing and what you want to manifest for yourself. Sometimes we just get so lost in the grind of it, and we disconnect with why we're so passionate about it. And it's like, when we reconnect with that passion and the reason why, it's like it makes it so much more enjoyable again. It's like we really get to feel the fulfillment because we are present and we are conscious and we're in appreciation. All right, what else do we need to know? Oh, love. I love love. I love this. So ruminate in the feeling of love. Follow the things that light your heart up with love, you know? That's where you want to put your energy and your attention and your focus. The more that you put your attention on things that you appreciate, the more you will attract more of what you appreciate. But you'll also feel the fulfillment, right? You know, our energy just gets dissipated and our attention just gets put in so many different directions, and we're just spread thin, and we don't have a very quality experience with anything because we don't get the depth of it, you know, we don't get the fullness of it. And so by really putting your energy and attention on, you know, on what's in your heart, you know, what's in your heart of hearts, what is that desire, what is that purpose, what fills you with a sense of purpose, you know, and what is it that you, when you're not doing that thing, you feel like something's off and something's missing and something's not right? You feel out of alignment, or you feel like you're not living up to something, or you're leaving something undone. Before I started this YouTube channel, even though I was posting in the written form and with photos, I just still felt like there was something, like I wasn't fully showing up. And I felt like I was not obeying God even, by avoiding making the YouTube channel. And going that extra step. And so, but now it just feels like when I'm here, it just feels like everything's in its place. But before, when I wasn't doing the channel, it felt like something was off, like something really was gnawing at me all the time. And it just, I don't know, it like pains you, or you feel like you're doing something wrong by not doing it. Like you're missing something very vital, or like you're shirking your responsibility to do something really important. So what is that thing that bothers you if you're not doing it, or if you're not able to? And then think about those things that fill up your soul and keep your love tank full. Like for me, I love that I live right by the park. I can just go walk into the forest and spend time back there, and like take a backpack and like take, you know, my writing projects and whatever I'm doing. I can just take it out there and spend hours out there. And it makes me feel so peaceful and so renewed and so much more grounded and so much more full. And it's like gives me time to just slow down and unplug, right? And I actually had to change my career so that I could do that more, so that I wasn't so depleted all the time, so I could spend my days actually living the life that I wanted to live, and garden and grow my own, you know, herbs and vegetables and flowers and things. And I love doing that. And so this year with the channel, going on my, out in my woodland journeys and doing all the gardening and stuff, being able to like dance and go running, I love it. It fills me up with so much joy. And so, yeah, whatever is in your life that maybe is depleting you, try to start maybe taking out things that are just time fillers, that aren't necessary, that aren't important, that you're not passionate about, and then reuse that time, energy, those resources for things that really do fill you up, right? There's always going to be a more convenient time. It's always like, oh yeah, I should do that. I should try that someday. And it's just like, just try it. Just do it. Just do it. All right. Oh my gosh, victory. I love this. I'm so excited for us. I feel like we've been on the precipice of a turning point, of like good things happening, and I just feel really great about this year to come, the 2023. It's not going to come without challenge, but I think this year we are on our way to victory, and it's over and over and over again this year. It's like we're going to have these little bursts of success and growth and progress and expansion, and then we'll have little tests that follow. And I think one of the unfolding themes throughout the year so far, I was going back over the October 2023 predictions video today. I was editing that and getting ready to upload it. And it's all about radically accepting the self this year. Who are you? Who are you authentically? What is that life that you want to live? And start creating that for yourself in your life, and you'll feel victorious because you are victorious, right? But yeah, don't let yourself get bogged down by challenges. Just keep meeting them. Keep overcoming. They're always going to be there, even if you're on the perfect path, with the perfect soulmate, and God is giving you every direction, every step of the way, there are still going to be challenges. That's just part of this life. And it gives it dimension and excitement, really, if we can embrace it. I like to think of The Mandalorian. I haven't watched every season, but I watched the first season, and I just thought it was so interesting how, here's this guy, he's got like this beat up like spaceship, and he's all torn to hell, his armor's all scuffed and scratched up. But he's a badass, and he gets his ass kicked like in every episode, and he also gives ass kickings to others, and he always wins, and not always, but usually he comes out on top. But it seems like his character has also failed a lot too, and seen a lot of challenge, and so it hasn't been the easy times. It hasn't been because he's been on easy street and his life has been so comfortable that has made him this legendary badass. It's been the fact that he's been through all these challenges and hardships that's given him his larger than life kind of mythological quality, right? And that's the same for us. We just have to realize that, our challenges are part of the greater unfolding of this story that we're living out. But yeah, good things. Very excited about this week. Victorious. Get ready to set your intentions tomorrow, right? This is a very powerful new moon. Very powerful month of Aries, because at the end, or on the 19th, we have a second new moon in Aries with an eclipse. So I think that the full moon in Libra is the 5th. Yeah, and then there's a second new moon within the time period of Aries, and the new moon is in Aries again. So that's 2 new moons back to back, both in Aries. So starter energy like crazy. It's just very exciting. Also, both Libra and Aries are cardinal signs, which are the grouping of the signs that are all about that creative spark of beginnings, starting things, ideas. So yeah, very exciting. So just set your intentions with certainty and confidence that victory is imminent. All right, y'all. And one last card. Oh my gosh, heart chakra. I feel like heart chakra is opening up, definitely. And the more that you surround yourself with love and beauty and appreciation, the more of it is going to come in. And like the more you open up your heart to life, to everything, to feeling it all, even the brutal stuff, because you can't close off your heart without it closing off both ways, right? You can't close it off just to pain because the whole thing's closed off. So you've got to be able to appreciate all of it, or at least be willing to radically accept it all. But yeah, heart opening, great. I love it. I feel that this is a very healing week. I feel that this is a very exciting and hopeful week. And I feel like it could be a very creative week. The heart chakra is definitely involved in the creative process. Dougal Fraser's book, Your Life in Color, he works with color. And one of the most effective tools for spiritual and personal development that I have ever experienced, it's like insane, is working with colors. Like surrounding yourself with green, just having it in your environment and making your like visually available to you, it actually works on opening that heart chakra, but it boosts creativity and appreciation, and connects you with the emotion or like the virtue of beauty, but also even fertility. So very interesting. And I just wanted to pull one last card. I was like, please don't let it be a bad one, because every week we've had this like one card that's like a really intense emotion we're going to deal with. Joy. Let yourself be crowned in joy. Everything that we create at the seed level, like the consciousness through which we create, how do I say this? I'm so hungover. Like it's brain damage. So our consciousness flavors what we put our hand to, what we take action in doing. Like when we set energy into motion, the consciousness that we're in at that moment is the seed level of what we're creating. So if you do something out of spite, that consciousness is in the actions that you're taking, and it's going to create chaos. If you have, if you're in a state of joy and love and certainty that victory is yours as you're creating, tomorrow when you set your intentions, get into a state of joy, right? Before you send that email, before you send the text, before you do anything, get in a state of love, joy, appreciation. Don't do something when you're nervous. Don't do something when you feel like you have to act right then, or else you'll miss out and miss the, like take a minute so that you're not doing it reactively, right? But so that the action that you're taking doesn't have a seed level of, like if you're angry about something, right? And then you're sending like some email that has nothing to do with what you're angry about. But like that consciousness that you're in is going to like get into your message somehow, like that energy, right? So it's important to be aware of our consciousness and the state of that we're in when we put hand to motion, when we do things, when we speak things, when we create things. Like literally like cooking, like when people talk about soul food, and it's like that's not an incorrect way to talk about it. It's like when you put love into what you are making in your food and you put your heart and soul in it, it tastes better. It actually creates an environment of positivity, and it reveals light as people are sharing that meal. The same is true if you're angry or if you're talking negatively while you're cooking, or if you're arguing with someone while you're cooking, or if you're sitting there arguing at the table, that negativity is in the food. It's a seed level, right? When you're creating. So get into a state of joy and enjoy this week. I love it. I just feel like this is going to be a joyful week. We've got our heart chakra opening, in a state of love here, like just filling up our life with all kinds of things that we love, feeling victorious, being creative and playful. And I love it, guys. I feel really good about this. I feel great about the week. I'm looking forward to it. And hopefully I can get an early start tomorrow and get our new moon workshop up before I have to go to work. Yes, well, I hope that y'all have a good rest of your night or day or whenever you're watching this. And I look forward to our Aries new moon workshop tomorrow. Y'all tune in. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, be part of my first 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, and leave a comment on the video. It helps the messages get out to other people in the algorithm. And if you don't know what to say, just leave an emoji. That works too. And I appreciate every little bit of it. All right, y'all. Ciao.